Alrighty, folks, we are now 4-0 in our last four Major League Baseball tier package picks on my premium site. We had the Royals yesterday, and they held the A's to just 2 runs in that victory. It's also going to put us at 14-3 in our last 17 MLB tier package picks in that same membership. Good for 82% in that particular category. And the good news is we have another MLB tier package play going off here today. Just check out the homepage. That's where you can sign up. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my Major League Baseball free pick video here today for Friday, June 21st, 2024. Happy Friday to you. Weekend's finally here. You made it. Of course, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And if you want to unlock every single one of my premium selections I give out for the next 30 days, you may want to think about joining my Chairman package. Chairman members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, I'm 2-0 in my last 2 underdog tier package picks, 6-1 in my last 7 crowd pleaser teasers. And finally, folks, we are 4-0 in my last 4 MLB tier package picks. And the good news is we have plays going off in all of those memberships here today. And they're all included with your purchase of the Chairman membership. The site is patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into some free content. We're going to start off with this Mets-Cubs game, 2:20 Eastern first pitch. Chicago's the $1.35 favorite as the home team, totals 9 runs. Shota Imanaga for Chicago, Jose Quintana for New York. And Quintana's having a tough year. 2-5 record, ERA just about in the 5s. And for some reason, the Mets pitch terrible on the road. They're in the bottom 3 in runs allowed while traveling. And they're facing a Cubbies team who scored 18 runs in their last 3 games. Chris Morel leads the team in homers and RBI. Cody Bellinger's got the most hits. And, they probably won't need too many runs to get the W here today. Shota Imanaga has been, unhittable on the bump this year. The lefty's got a 7-1 record with an ERA of 189. No real surprise here, folks. Shota's averaging over a strikeout an inning, and he currently has a sub-1 whip. Now, 4 out of the Cubs' last 6 at Wrigley Field stayed under the total. They also went 8-2 to the under in their last 10 at any location. Now, the Mets went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. Give me the Cubs minus 135, under 9. Next game, Phillies hosting the Diamondbacks. That'll be a 6:40 Eastern start time. And Philadelphia is the $1.35 favorite at home here. Totals 9 runs. Taijuan Walker for the Titans. Jordan Montgomery for Arizona. And I'll tell you, Montgomery's having a terrible year in Arizona. ERA in the 6s, 1.63 whip. And I'll tell you, these Arizona pitchers have really cost these guys some games. They're allowing more hits per contest than any other roster besides one. And they're taking on a Phillies team who's got little problems in the box. They average more runs a game at home than any other lineup except for one. Alec Boehm's batting .306, and he ranks 4th in the bigs in RBI. Of course, Bryce Harper's got the most home runs on the roster here. Now, out of the Phil's last 10 meetings with Arizona, they've also done a real nice job against Arizona pitching. They averaged over 5.4 runs a game during that time frame. Now, injury-wise, Real Muto and Clemens are still out for the Phils. Alec Thomas inactive for Arizona. 6 out of the D-backs' last 10 outings did get over the total. Meanwhile, Philadelphia went 60% to the over in their last 10 themselves. Give me the Phillies minus 135, over 9. Next game, White Sox, Tigers, 6:40 p.m. East, little divisional matchup there. Detroit's minus $1.70, totals 8 runs. Jack Flaherty for Detroit, Eric Fetty for Chicago. And as good as Fetty's been this year, well, he's probably not going to get much run support. The last place White Sox scored the fewest amount of runs per game in the bigs. Andrew Benintendi's got an OPS in the 500s, negative 1.7 wins above replacement average. That's WAR. Meanwhile, Nicky Lopez has a 264 slugging percentage, a negative .4 wins above replacement as well. And they got to face Jack Flaherty, who's got 100 strikeouts already and a .95 whip. He's been pretty much unhittable. And out of the Tigers' last 10 gatherings with Chicago, they held the Sox to just 2.7 runs a game. Now, injury-wise, Baez and Carpenter are out for the Tigers. Jimenez and Fletcher inactive for Chicago. 7 out of the White Sox last 10 ball games did stay under the total. They also went 8-2 to the under in their last 10 meetings with Detroit. Now, the Tigers went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. Give me the Tigers minus 175, under 8. All right, next contest, Rays, Pirates, 6:40 p.m. East. Both teams are minus $110, totals 9.5. Jared Jones for Pittsburgh, Ryan Pepio for Tampa Bay. And both pitchers with some really strong efforts this year. Pepio's got 72 strikeouts and just 53 innings of work. And Jones has a handful of wins with an ERA in the 3s. Now, 8 out of these teams' last 10 gatherings did stay under the total. Well, the Bucks also went 8-2 to the under in their last 10 themselves. Give me the under 9.5. Next matchup, Braves, Yankees, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. Atlanta's the $1.20 favorite on the road here, total 7. Chris Sale for the Braves, Carlos Rodon for New York. And Rodon's 9-3 with a 1.11 whip. He's also punched out 81 batters and has an ERA in the low 3s. And even if Rodon blows chunks, the Yankees are dangerous at the dish. They're in the top 3 in baseball in runs per game. Aaron Judge has a league best 27 home runs. He also leads the league with 67 RBI, and he also has an 11.28 OPS average. And right behind him is Juan Soto with the second highest OPS average in the bigs, top 5 in RBI as well. And they're facing a Braves team who lost 2 out of their last 3, where Chris Sale made the start. And as a team, the Braves do play their worst baseball away from home. They've got a losing record in their travels. Now, injury-wise, Michael Harris is still out for the Braves. Gleyber Torres questionable for New York. 9 out of New York's last 10 meetings with the Braves did stay under the total. They actually held Atlanta to just 3.8 runs a game during that time frame. 6 out of Atlanta's last 10 stayed under the total themselves. Give me the Yankees plus $1, under 9. Next game, Bo Sox Reds, 7:10 p.m. East. Cincinnati's the $1.20 favorite at home here, totals 9. Andrew Abbott for Cincy, Cutter Crawford for Boston. And I'll tell you what, the Cut Dog's having a solid year despite his win-loss record. Cutter's got an ERA in the 3s along with a 1.15 whip. Now the righty Crawford, he's also fanned 88 batters in just 86-plus innings. When the Bo Sox travel, they hit the ball. They're a top 5 hit-producing team on the road. Connor Wong bats .332. Hamilton and Duran have 39 stolen bases between the both of them. They're facing a Cincy team who doesn't want to win for Andrew Abbott. He's got 6 losses on the year and a losing record. And the reason for that, well, it's poor plate appearances at the Great American Ballpark. Cincinnati's currently dead last in the majors in hits per game at home. Now, injury-wise, Martini, Friedel, and Candelario are all questionable for the Reds. Wilyer Abreu is out for the Bo Sox. Cincinnati saw their last 4 straight home games stay under the total. They also went 9-1 to the under in their last 10 at any location. Give me Boston plus $1, under 9. Next game, Mariners, Marlins, 7:10 Eastern first pitch. Seattle's $1.55, totals 8. George Kirby for the M's, Trevor Rogers for Miami. And I'll tell you, Rogers has been awful for the Fish this season. Just a 1-8 record, ERA in the 5s. Of course, at the plate, the Marlins are the worst run-scoring team in the National League. Fortes bats just 159, OPS in the 400s. And Rivera's got a slugging percentage of just 252, OPS in the 500s as well. They're going to have to suffer against George Kirby, who's walked only 9 batters this season. Just exceptional control. The righties also got an ERA in the 3s along with a 1.01 whip. And of course, as a staff, these Mariner pitchers have been unhittable. They're allowing fewer hits per game than any other team in the league. Jorge Polanco is still out for the M's. Jazz Chisholm questionable for the Fish. 3 out of Trevor Rogers' last 4 starts did stay under the total. Meanwhile, Seattle went 5-4 to the under in their interleague road games. Give me the Mariners minus 155, under 8. Next game, Blue Jays Guardians, 7:10 Eastern first pitch. Cleveland's the $1.20 favorite at home. Total is currently off the board. Carlos Carrasco for the Guardians, Yariel Rodriguez for Toronto. And Rodriguez looking to record his first win of the season here today. He does have a 4.11 ERA and a 1.76 whip. And of course, at the plate, the Blue Jays stink like farts. They're a bottom 5 run-producing lineup. And they're going to have to outscore a top 5 run-producing team in Cleveland. Stephen Kwan bats 396, OPS in the thousands. He doesn't stink like farts. And Jose Ramirez, he has the second most RBI in the big leagues. Now, injury-wise, Bo Bichette still out for Toronto. Give me Cleveland minus $1.20. All right, next game. Royals, Rangers, 8:05 East. Texas is $1.55, totals 8. Nathan Eovaldi for the Rangers, Brady Singer for Kansas City. And Singer's definitely looked good this season. He's got 76 strikeouts, ERA in the 3s. Of course, at the plate, the Royals are a top 10 run-producing team. Bobby Witt Jr. has the highest qualifying batting average in the big leagues right now, 8th in OPS. And Salvi Perez, he's just 9 points shy of 300 at the plate. And they're going to have to face a Ranger club who lost 5 out of their last 9, where Eovaldi made the start. The righty also has just 3 wins on the year and does not have a winning record. Now, for some reason, these Ranger hitters, they don't see the ball well at Globe Life Field. They're a bottom 10 hit-producing lineup at home. When it comes to the injury list, Evan Carter's out for the Rangers. Massey and Renfroe still inactive for Kansas City. Now, 4 out of the Royals' last 6 road games did stay under the number. They also went 60% to the under in their last 10. Give me the Royals plus 1.5, under 8. Next game, Orioles, Astros, 8:10 p.m. East. Baltimore's $1.55, totals 8 runs. Grayson Rodriguez for the O's. Jake Bloss making his debut for the Astros. And the 22-year-old was in Double-A and Single-A ball earlier this season. Looked pretty good down there. Definitely tore it up. So it does look like he's getting the nod here today. But the only problem is the Astros really haven't played great at home. As a matter of fact, they're playing just .500 baseball at Minute Maid Park this year. And for some reason, the Stros really haven't been overly selective at the dish. They're in the bottom 5 in walks per 9 at the plate. And they're going to face Grayson Rodriguez, who continues to throw well. The righty's 8-2 with an ERA in the 3s. He's also backed by the highest run-producing lineup in the game. Gunnar Henderson's got the second most home runs in the major leagues, 6th highest OPS. Now, Adley Rutschman has the most RBI on the roster, most hits as well. And out of their last 10 meetings with Houston, the O's averaged over 5.2 runs a game. Now, injury-wise, Tucker's still out for the Stros. Caratini's questionable. 3 out of Baltimore's last 4 road games did get over the total. They're also 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at any location. Give me the Orioles minus $1.55, over 8. Next game, Nationals, Rockies, 8:40 p.m. East. Colorado's minus $1.20, totals 11. Dakota Hudson for the Rockies, DJ Hertz for Washington. And I'll tell you what, Hertz has looked good in a couple of appearances. He's got 21 strikeouts and 14-plus innings, a whip of 1.19. And I'll tell you, the Nats have done a really nice job against Colorado pitching. They're averaging 6.1 runs a game in their last 10 head-to-head gatherings. They're facing a Colorado team who lost in their last 3 straight Dakota Hudson starts. And as a matter of fact, out of 14 total starts by Dak Hudson, the Rockies took the loss in all of those games except for 3. Of course, at the plate, the Rockies have significant problems making contact with the baseball. They're in the bottom 5 in strikeouts per 9 at the plate. Now, 4 out of the Rockies' last 7 at Coors Field got over the total. They also went 60% to the over in their last 10 at any location. Give me Washington plus $1 over 11. Next game, Brewers Padres, 9:40 p.m. East. San Diego's minus $1.60, total 7.5. Colin Ray for Milwaukee, Dylan Cease for San Diego. And as good as Cease has been, well, we have seen his ERA creep up just about into the 4s. It's like right there. The righty's also recorded 6 losses this year. Does not have a winning record. And I'll tell you what, when the Padres pitch at home, bad things certainly happen. The pitchers are in the bottom 10 in runs allowed in their own ballpark. And they're facing a Milwaukee club who's currently in the top 5 in the National League in runs per game. William Contreras is batting .300 and leads the organization in hits. Christian Yelich hits .322 with an OPS in the 900s. Now on the mound, Colin Ray, he's been solid for the Brew Crew. He's 6-2 on the year with an ERA of .329. 8 out of Milwaukee's last 10 gatherings with San Diego did get over the total. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of overs to go around. And 7 out of Ray's last 11 starts got over the total as well. Give me the Brewers plus 1.5 over 7.5. Next game, Twins, A's, 9:40 p.m. East. Minnesota's $1.55, totals 8 runs. Chris Paddock for the Twins, Joey Estes for Oakland. And Estes has recorded only 2 wins on the season. ERA just about in the 6s. But even if he does throw well here today, the A's are just pathetic at the plate. They're a bottom 3 run-producing team. They're going to have to face Chris Paddock, who's 5-3 with 67 strikeouts on the season. Of course, as a team, the Twins got the W in 7 out of their last 10. They do a nice job of hitting on the road. As a matter of fact, Minnesota is a top 5 run-producing team in the American League away from home. Royce Lewis hits .377 with an OPS in the 1300s. And Carlos Correa is batting .308. Now, injury-wise, Alex Kirilloff is out for the Twins. Max Kepler's questionable. Meanwhile, for Oakland, Ruiz is still out for them. Toro's questionable as well. 6 out of the A's last 10 ball games stayed under the total. They also saw the undercash in 3 out of Estes' last 4 starts. Give me Minnesota minus 155, under 8. Now with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It's going to be in that Angels-Dodgers game. That'll be a 10:10 Eastern first pitch. The Dodgers are minus 210, totals 8 runs. Landon Knack for the Dodgers, Patrick Sandoval for Los Angeles. And Patty's just 2-8 with an ERA in the 5s. Of course, as a team, the Angels are in the bottom 5 in runs allowed per contest. And they're facing a powerful Dodger lineup who averages more runs a game than any other squad in the National League. Shohei Ohtani's 3rd in the majors in batting average, homers, and OPS. And Teoscar Hernandez, he has the most RBI on the roster. Now, injury-wise, Betts and Muncy are still out for the Dodgers. Drury's questionable for the Angels. When it comes to the total, 5 out of the Angels' last 6 on the road did get over the total. They also went 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at any location. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5 over 8. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. Cubbies minus 135 under 9. Phillies minus 135 over 9. I'm 4-0 my last 4 Major League Baseball tier package picks on my premium site. Tigers minus 175 under 8. I like the under 9.5 in the Rays-Pirates game. Yankees plus $1 under 9. Red Sox plus $1 under 9 runs. Mariners minus 155 under 8. Guardians minus a $1.20, getting the job done for some money line cash. Royals plus 1.5, under 8. Orioles minus a $1.55, over 8 runs. Nationals plus $1, over 11. Brewers plus 1.5, over 7.5. Twins minus 155, under 8. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, over 8 runs. With that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman Package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. Gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.